Hello everybody, how are you today? Oh my gosh, I feel like most Fridays have been so beautiful, so I get to say it's another beautiful, fabulous Friday, Facebook Live, Friday before Memorial Weekend. Maybe lots of people are planning to get away for the weekend, which is awesome. Kids are off from school today. Hi, Marianne. Good to see you too. Great to see you too, actually. Yes, thank you for joining me. So I apologize. I'm incognito today. What's been going on? Well, so we actually, here in Alma, there is something called the Highland Festival that goes on every Memorial Weekend. Hi, Roseanne. How are you today? So anyway, it's like a fun festival, like the one kind of festival fun thing I think that we have here in Alma every year. So my favorite part is, well, it's a Highland festival, so there's lots of like Highland dancing and bagpipes and all that kind of fun stuff. And then there's an entertainment tent too with awesome live music. So I like to basically go hang out at the entertainment tent all weekend and listen to all the live music because I think that's what it is. In Alma, we don't have a lot of like live outdoor music like that. So it's like the one weekend of the year that we do. So I go make the most of it. My kids aren't quite as into the entertainment as I am, but they're warming up to it. And I just have lots of friends and family that all go and enjoy it as well. So yeah, it is very, very fun. But so what's happening though is there's also like a road race that goes right by our house. And my lawnmower has been broken, and they called me, I think yesterday or the day before, and said, okay, the lawnmower is fixed. So I had to run over there this morning to pick up the lawnmower after workout class, run around the lawn and get the lawn mowed, and then come inside here to do Facebook Live. So that's why I look like I do, because I have not had a shower. I'm like, okay, I'm in disguise. You guys can't tell how disgusting I am. Fortunately, you cannot smell me either. Like, no one is here in the house, so that's really good. So anyway, but I am ready to do this. We have so many fun, awesome, hi Wendy, how are you? So many great things to show you guys today. So summer is maybe gonna get a little bit trickier. I might end up looking like this more times than not because there's just so much to do outside too. I have a bunch of flowers that I bought that I want to get planted after this. So I'm fitting Facebook Live in, but I might not be showered and all ready to go like I had been all winter long. So we'll see. And there might be an occasional Friday when I'm not able to do a Facebook Live, but I'll let you know that earlier in the week so that you don't, plan on being here at 11:30 and I'm not here. So I'll keep you posted on that. But I think summers might be a little bit trickier. But for now, I'm so happy that you guys can join me. Let's see, I think we might as well go ahead. I gotta check my notes as usual, but we are ready to do our first drawing. So we might as well do that. This is for that rich razzleberry. This is that velvet ribbon. Yay, I love that ribbon. Part of that Share What You Love suite that is still available for about another week, maybe a little bit less. I think May 31st, I think it's next Thursday. So if you don't win this ribbon in the drawing, you can still get it in one of the Share What You Love. I think there are two different bundles. Maybe the A Little More Please and the Gotta Have It All bundles both include this ribbon. So lots of comments and shares as always. Took my son Cade to basketball practice last night in Saginaw, picked up my flowers, and then came home and went through all the comments to put in our drawing here. Comments and shares, I guess I should say. So 1 entry for commenting, 3 for sharing as usual. So we've got lots and lots of entries in here, and I'm going to try to get one little slip of paper. And oh, it's Miss Shawn McPhee. Yay! She was able to watch and should I spill the beans now? She was the only one that was actually able to put an online order in this week too. So Shawn's like a huge winner. So she's gonna win this rich razzleberry velvet ribbon for commenting and sharing. And then I might as well tell you right now, since she was the only one that put the online order in, her name is obviously drawn. And so she wins that Beautiful Day stamp set as well. So she is taking home the loot. Plus she will get those projects, those cute little 3x3 in color cards that I made last week. So she's gonna get all that stuff in a thank you package from me. So go Shawn, that is awesome. So congratulations. Okay, so let me show you guys what we're gonna give away this week. It is a sample. This is a 2-yard sample each of our in color ribbon. So these are the ribbons that we used last week on the Facebook Live on those cute little 3x3 note cards. So you can see we have Call Me Clover, Blueberry Bushel, Grapefruit Grove, Pineapple Punch, and Lovely Lipstick. So 2 yards of each of our very pretty grosgrain, I think it's like an 1/8 inch grosgrain ribbon in all of our in colors. So 1 entry for commenting, and then 3 entries if you share the Facebook Live video with a comment, and your name could be drawn to win a sampler of the ribbon. And you cannot order this right now, right? You'll be able to on June 1st. But so yeah, you can get a little sampler of each of the ribbons and play with that before you can order it. So we'll do that drawing next week. Checking my notes as usual. Oh, okay. So I know I gave a shout out or kind of an encouragement last week to Sheila Bittler, who was in our Inspired Stampers group in our downline. She did it. She promoted to silver this past week. She found a new recruit and she got the sales that she needed. So woo, 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 go Sheila. That is awesome. So when she promotes to silver, for being a part of the Inspired Stampers group, she gets a $75 shopping spree, so whatever she wants. She has previously gotten like a charm necklace or a keychain, so she gets 2 more charms to go in her charm necklace or keychain, and then she gets an Inkspired Stampers t-shirt from me also. Plus, from Stampin' Up, she gets 5,000 flex points for promoting and a beautiful silver necklace, or I think they're still doing a money clip. So for guys, or if you wanted to give it to your husband as a thank you for your support kind of a thing. So those are the options in terms of Stampin' Up prizes. Plus, that just means she's doing really well in her business too. So congratulations to Sheila. That is awesome. I also wanted to give a couple of other shouts out to Sandy Meletsky. So she has already reached her first quick start, which basically quick start means it's kind of like a, you know, she just bought the starter kit in March during Celebration, and it's an encouragement to get your first $900 in orders in within your first full 3 months. So she's done that already. So when she buy the kit in March, so April, May, she's like 2 months in and already has over $900 in sales. So she gets 5,000 flex points from Stampin' Up also for reaching that first quick start level. So go not Marianne. I'm sorry, I'm thinking Marianne's watching. Go Sandy, that is awesome. And she is part of Nancy Gulick's downline. So hopefully Nancy watches this and passes that along to Sandy, because I don't know if she catches these videos live or not, but anyway, congratulations, Sandy. That is awesome. And then actually, I had one other gal that's in our Inspired Stampers group that just bought the starter kit that just reached her first $300 quarterly minimum. So that in order to kind of maintain your demonstrator status, you need to have orders of at least $300 each quarter if you buy the starter kit, which we all know that's really not very difficult to do, right? So we have one gal, Sharon Greening, has already reached her first $300 quarterly minimum. And again, she just bought the kit in March also, and then I've got a couple of other people that are getting really close to that. So go ladies, that's awesome. I'm very excited for you guys. So you're making a little money off of your sales, maybe to other friends and family, that you can then use that money to buy more of your own stuff. So congratulations. I just think everybody's doing such a good job. Okay, so we already did, not really the drawing, but for the Beautiful Day stamp set. But do you guys want to know what the drawing is going to be this week? If you put in that online order, make sure you use the host code, and I'll give that to you guys in just a little bit. But this week, I decided I was going to change it up a little bit because it's still that kind of weird time. I pre-ordered some things, but not a ton. I tried not to go crazy, so I don't have a lot quite yet to give away, but it'll be coming. It's like it's on order. So I thought this week we're going to do something different, and I'm going to give away a whole sampler of cards that we have made either in classes or events or on Facebook Live. So I'm going to show you these. The first few are actually the make and take cards that we made this month at our Inspired Stampers group gathering, our downline meeting that we hold each month. So this is one of the cards. If you can see, so I think maybe they all feature the Share What You Love bundle. So that's that really pretty paper, cute, simple card. This is a great layout. What I love about this card too is the designer series paper that's on there measures 3 inches by 4 inches. So when you look at a piece of 12 by 12 designer series paper, you can get 12 cards out of one sheet of designer series paper. So if you're trying to do multiples, that's something to you know, keep in mind that you want to cut your paper so that you can maximize the number of cards that you can get out of it. So that's just a great layout in terms of a simple card. This is another one. This is another one of our make and takes that I love. If you guys can see, hopefully the color shows up well, but I look at this designer series paper and automatically see mint macaron in this color, but we actually used pool party with it, and I don't know if it's showing up really well in this light, but I was amazed at how like this designer series paper kind of went blue when you put it next to the pool party instead of the mint macaron, because like I said, I feel like I kind of see more of a minty green there. Thank you, Marianne. I agree, these are beautiful, aren't they? And then the other fun thing, we used some of, this is the pool party shimmer ribbon, so that kind of ties it all together. I used an embossing folder there. This is another great use of designer series paper. I agree, it looks really good with pool party too, doesn't it? And I would not have kind of thought to put that color with this designer series paper either. But what I was saying was, so this piece of designer series paper measures 2 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So again, you can get 12 strips of this designer series paper out of one sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock. So it's another great use of your paper, another simple card layout, but effective because you can put lots of product on there, right? And show that pretty ribbon and love that paper, right? So this is another one of the make and takes that we made, another simple one. This one actually uses the little I think they're 3 by 5 note cards, I think 3 by 5 size. So on this one, I can't remember the size of this designer series paper, but it's got to be 3 inches, maybe by 2. Yeah, it looks like 3 by 2. So I can't even do the math right now, but you can get more than 12, I'm sure. Well, let's see, 3. Okay, seriously. No, I don't even want to do it. I don't know, maybe 18. You can get a lot of cards made out of one sheet of this designer series paper at a 3 by 2 size. And then can you guys see kind of that shimmeriness there? So this is just a stamp that does like a watercolor wash background. And then we decided to put Wink of Stella on it too to give it that shimmer and shine. The one thing I was saying at the meeting, it was a lot lighter, more faint. This, I think we stamped in Tranquil Tide. And then when we put the Wink of Stella on it, it really kind of like brightened it, made it a lot more bold looking. So that's the only thing. I like the shimmeriness, but I was amazed at how much more color it kind of drew out of that stamp when we put the Wink of Stella on it too. So yeah, I agree. It is. I think the Wink of Stella, Marianne's saying she thinks it's perfect with this paper because of that shimmeriness on the paper already. It really kind of, it adds to it so much. And then this was our last make and take that we made. And this I'm going to have to demonstrate for you guys. This has been really, really popular the last few months. A lot of people have been showing. This basically is a card front with designer series paper. Do you see how? And then the fun part is, because there's usually like a lot of times there are 2 pretty sides, right? On the front and then on the back. So this one you don't cover up that other side, right? You can still see both sides of the designer series paper. So I'll give you details on this one. We're definitely going to be making some cards with this layout and some of our new designer series paper because I think it's such a cool use of the paper too. So all very simple cards, but honestly a lot of times simple it's not overwhelming. It's kind of what sells basically from a demonstrator standpoint. Just because it's not overwhelming, people, feel, oh, I can do that too, kind of a thing. So I like that. And then this one, actually, I think I demonstrated. So this is another one that we're going to give away. So this one I demonstrated maybe a couple weeks ago on our Facebook Live. I still just love that flower and then the stamping. If you guys can see, just that real faint stamping inside there. And then this one I did a Facebook Live video on. I'm sure I've shown this one before, but that has the Statement of the Heart stamp on it too with that really pretty paper. So all of these cards you are going to receive. You will get all of these if your name is drawn for putting in the online order this week. Plus, you're also going to get the projects that I demonstrate this week too. So you're going to get like a whole handful of awesome cards that you can use for whatever you need them for. So that's the drawing this week, is these cards if you use the host code and spend at least $30 online. Okay? Checking my notes as usual. I think, yeah. Oh, well, and then the online order just has to be in by next Wednesday, which is May 30th at midnight in order to qualify. So thank you, Marianne. I'm glad that you like that prize. I know I'm always thinking I need to give product away, but a lot of times people love the projects too. So I'm glad you like that. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm going to move the camera down. So turn your heads away just for a sec so that I can show you some other awesome stuff that we have going on. Okay, so bear with me just a sec here. We got that. You're probably looking up at the ceiling right now. I'm trying to get my phone positioned. Okay, we're going to flip it. Let that get into focus. There. It's funny how it takes a second. So I think that is good there. I'm going to grab my grid paper so we are all set. And you guys can peek. Here's the host code too. This is the one. This will be good through the end of the month. Actually, basically next Wednesday is kind of the end of the month in terms of ordering and getting your name in the drawing. So the ZXYUR2RW, that is the host code that you would need to use to put at least your $30 online order in and get the prize, which is those cards that I just showed you, along with the projects that I'm going to demonstrate in just a few minutes. Okay, drink of water there. So I just want to make sure everybody knows that today is the last day to RSVP for that bubble over class to go. So this is the one where you get 2 of each of, oops, there, I'll just kind of lay it down there, right? 2 of each of these cards, all of the supplies to make 2 of each of them. So you're going to end up with 8 cards, plus the PDF tutorial that tells you step by step how to put them together, and then the sizes of everything, so measurements, colors, and everything. So if you're interested, I will include the link so that you can order that to-go kit class, but today is the last day to order, so make sure you do that if you are interested in that class. Oh, the one thing, just so you know, if you already have the bubble over stamp set or the bottles and bubbles framelits, you can substitute for another product, same value. If you go over, you just pay the difference and we can figure that out, so that's not a problem. So, but that way, at least, obviously, if you already have the stamp set and framelits, then you can make these super cute cards and have the details on how to make more and get some other fun product instead. So yeah, awesome, right? And then I'm actually, can you believe this? I'm ahead of the game. I have already, oh, hold on. Actually, I'm jumping ahead. I have to show you guys this first because I think it's a good lead in to what I want to show you guys next. So here, this is my like favorite, well, it's a huge color combination, but I am loving, oops, my table's wiggling there. I am loving all of these new colors, so I want to tell you about them. We're going to start with this one. This is Granny Apple Green. This one is a really pretty pale, like a petal pink. Mango Melody. This is our new in color, the Pineapple Punch. And then the purple, this is Highland Heather. And then my favorite in color that's coming back, this is Coastal Cabana. So it's funny, when I was kind of showing you guys the packs of paper a week or two ago, these kind of got put near each other when I put them back or something. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I just love that color combination. Now, like I said, obviously that's a lot of colors together, but it's been really fun to kind of put different, 2 or 3 of these colors together as well in projects. So I have something fun to show you guys now using many of these colors. This is my next class to go. So this is what I was starting to say, is that I'm ahead of the game, which doesn't happen very often in my life because there are too many things to stay on top of. But I'm going to show you super quick. So this is actually, so it's 4 cards as usual that all use the Varied Vases stamp set and the Vases Builder Punch. So I'm going to give you a quick sneak peek at each of the cards. So this one uses that Highland Heather, which I kept saying, I don't really think I'm a purple girl. I'm not sure that I really like purple that much, but I have totally fallen in love with this Highland Heather. So this is one of those colors that I use, the Highland Heather, and then that's the Coastal Cabana. So this is one of the cards in that new Class to Go kit. Here's another really fun one. We basically made our own designer series paper with a bunch of the stamps that are in that Varied Vases stamp set. And can you guys see that's one of the new tinted faceted buttons? Those are really, really, really pretty. And then this card uses more of those colors that I just showed you. This is the Granny Apple Green, and the petal pink, and then some of that awesome, my most favorite, the polka dot tulle ribbon with those, aren't those so cute, those teeny tiny little tulips there. And then this one I love, I guess because I'm a Michigan fan, I've got my maize and blue here, right? And I love this, that paper. I know I showed you guys that a couple weeks ago, and I have had so much fun already playing with, I think it's called the Garden Impression Designer Series paper. So I don't have the YouTube video. It's not quite uploaded yet. It's kind of in the works, but I was just so excited that I got these cards done early because I wanted to be able to show them at the buy one, get one free event next week too. So I will give you the link as soon as I have it, but if you are interested, because this, you'll get the, like I said, the new Varied Vases stamp set, and then that Vases Builder Punch, and then the make and take supplies to make 2 of each of these cards, plus the PDF tutorial. So it's awesome. I've just, oh my gosh, I cannot tell you, like I was thinking, should I show them those cards yet or not? And I just am so enthusiastic about them that like I couldn't wait. I had to show you guys now, and then I'll get you the details because RSVPs aren't due until like June 22nd or something. So we've got quite a long time, you know, to get your order in for those class to goes also. Okay, let's see, get my little hand tapping here while I'm thinking about what do I want to show you guys next. Oh, well, like I was saying too, don't forget, so next week I didn't even bring my calendar over because I'm just totally focused on getting my yard cleaned up for this weekend. And then also getting ready for the buy one, get one free sale that's next week. So next Friday, June 1st from 4 until 7 p.m. and then Saturday, June 2nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. is the new catalog kickoff and buy one, get one free event. So that's done at the Stamp Studio. You can pick up your new annual catalog. If you are not local to me and you have not gotten a catalog from me yet and you would like one, just let me know. Either comment on here or send me a message and let me know that you need a catalog and I'll get one sent out to you because I want to make sure everybody gets their new annual catalogs. I know I've heard from a bunch of people that they've already received their catalogs and are just having so much fun kind of going through them, which I agree. I love getting the new annual catalogs too. So, and then also the buy one, get one free event. So I'm cleaning out my craft room, getting rid of anything that's retiring. You shop from the retired product and then you can get new annual catalog product for free. You just pay the shipping and the sales tax on the new catalog stuff. So that'll all be happening next weekend, and I have so much to do to get ready for it, but I am so excited about it too because it's just a great time getting those catalogs out to everybody. Well, hi Alice, I'm just seeing that you're joining us. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well today. So yeah, okay, I think we are ready to do our projects. So let me get these things kind of set up here. I'm going to scoot this guy kind of up out of the way a little bit. I want to make sure that everything's centered well enough so you guys can see what's going on, right? Okay, one quick second, need another sip of water. I've been running around outside too much, so I'm kind of out of breath here. Okay, so this was a card that I saw online and I loved like the really simple layout of it. Obviously it's using our, that's the Love What You Do stamp set. And then I hadn't used this stamp either in that stamp set. So I thought this was really fun. They actually used, I think it was Poppy Parade, like one of our new kind of red, pinky, reddy, orangey colors, but I am, like I said, I'm in total love with the Highland Heather color, so I had to use that one on this card instead. So let me show you kind of step by step how to put everything together, and then we used some new product on here too, so I want to show you guys the new product that we used on this card as well. Okay, so I'm going to set that guy right there. I'm going to try to get everything out so we can get our stamping. We do need to do some die cutting, so you know what? Actually, I'm going to do that right now before I go any further because then I don't have to move a bunch of stuff. So let me grab the Big Shot. Okay, so we've got our Big Shot and our magnetic platform. And I have, these are the layering square framelits. Hi, Sean. Ooh, you were not here to learn that you won the drawing, Sean. So you are going to get the Rich Razzleberry, the velvet ribbon. That was for commenting and sharing. And then yours was the only online order that came in last week. So you're going to get the Beautiful Day stamp set too. So isn't that awesome? Congratulations, Miss Shawn. I'm glad you could be live here with us to learn about that. So congratulations. Okay, now I'm getting off track here. So I just pulled out, these are, let me make sure. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. Okay. So I thought this is the very largest, the scallop edge square that we're going to use to cut out our black piece. And then this is the second largest, the straight edge square in those layering square framelits. Okay. So to show you guys again, we're going to cut our white piece and our black piece. Okay, now a lot of times I would say to stamp and then die cut, but this is pretty tight in here, so I thought it was better to cut it first and then you can get everything lined up inside there. So that's what we're going to do on this one. Okay, so I just have a piece of black cardstock and a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and we're going to get these set up on our platform. Okay, so we've got our white piece and our black piece. Oh, Sherilyn, hi, how are you today? Oh my gosh, I think everybody's outside. It's too nice to be inside, right? I kind of thought, okay, well, I'm doing it around lunchtime, so maybe people want to come inside for lunch and hang out with me for a little while on Facebook Live. And if not, you can obviously always catch that recording later, if now is not a good time. Oops, sorry, we're wiggling a little bit. Okay, so we're cranking one more wiggle shake. There we go. Okay. So we're going to pop these pieces out. Okay, and then we can move our big shot right out of the way. Let's see, I think I need it for the other. Nope, we are going to do it one more time, aren't we? Okay, you know what? Let's do it right now then. I was thinking that was all we needed, but we embossed our, ooh, that's the other thing I didn't show you guys yet. Okay, let me do that while I'm thinking about it. So this piece right here, sorry, I get so like sidetracked. So this piece is one of our new colors. This is one of our, one of the new neutrals. So we're going to emboss this piece, and let me show you, because this is the new, it's called Gray Granite. So can you guys see that? Hopefully you can see in the light. And then here I wanted to kind of show you the comparison. So here is our Smoky Slate. So if I don't move those too much, can you see? They're both a really nice kind of a pale gray, but this one I feel like is more of a true gray. This is the Smoky Slate, and then over here is the Gray Granite. So it's a little bit more of like a tan or washed kind of a gray, I would say. So just so you guys can kind of see the difference on those, right? So Gray Granite. Yep, I wanted to make sure I was saying that right. So let me grab that piece of cardstock too. Oh, I know. So yeah, I showed you guys that. And then I realized, you know what, because I love the color combination actually of these, the Highland Heather and Coastal Cabana. So I changed my mind. I decided I wanted to try one with Coastal Cabana. So we're going to do that, because I was looking at in my little tub. I'm like, where's my Gray Granite piece of cardstock? But we're actually going to try it with Coastal Cabana this time. Okay, so if you can imagine on here, actually that's a great color combination right there too, isn't it? So this is our Gray Granite. So I just showed you the difference between Smoky Slate and Gray Granite, but now we're actually going to emboss a piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock and put it on here. And then I want you guys to tell me which one you like better. Do you like it better with the more neutral Gray Granite or the kind of brighter pop of color with the Coastal Cabana? So we'll put it together, then you guys tell me which one you like. Let's see, what's Marianne saying? It seems like a warmer gray. Yes, I would say that for sure, that the other one is more of a cool gray, the Smoky Slate. They're both great. They're both going to be awesome kind of neutral colors for us. So, okay, here we go. We have our piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock, and we are going to emboss it with the new lovely Floral Dynamic Impressions embossing folder. So we actually need our other platform here. So we're going to pop this right on here. And then there's, oh, you know what? We only need one of these though, don't we? Okay, let's move that out of the way. I'm forgetting, because this is one of the dynamic embossing folders, so it's super thick. I've showed you guys this one before, right? So love, oh my goodness, there goes a crazy guy driving down the road. Maybe you don't hear that, but I'm always like, wow, That's loud, buddy. Okay. So where did we put this? I want to make sure I get it about in the same place. So it looks like I put it over just a little bit inside here. It kind of gets covered up, so it's not going to matter that much, but we're going to do it just about like that, I would say. So put that down there, and then we're going to grab one of our clear. So I think this one, so we just need one clear cutting pad on top there, and I'm going to kind of crank it back and forth because I think that helps give a little bit more impression in the paper there. Okay. All right. So let's see. Woo! Oh, that you can really see that now too, can't you? Oh, I love that. Oh, it's just so pretty. Oh my gosh. Very fun. Okay. Good. So we got that taken care of. We're going to move our big shot out of the way. Okay. And now I think we can do our stamping. So let's do that. We've got our Whisper White piece, and we've got our basic black ink and our Highland Heather ink. So we are going to ink up. Let me move that out of the way. We want him first, right? Okay. So we've got our I'm Lucky to Have a Friend Like You stamp. The thing that I really like about this too is kind of that crisp modern feel to this card. Oh, I guess I should make sure to tell you guys too, I cased this from Mary Fish's Stampin' Pretty website. She always does really kind of clean and simple cards like this, but that's what I was kind of drawn to this because I wanted everybody to see a very different look, because this stamp and embossing folder and everything that kind of came with the Share What You Love suite felt really, I mean, it's so floral and beautiful and kind of vintage looking. So this is a very different kind of spin on how to use those products with a very different kind of crisp, bold, modern look that I like that as well. So it's very versatile is kind of my point there. Okay, so we're going to ink up I'm Lucky to Have a Friend Like You, and we're going to get this stamped. Okay, then I love that crisp ink there. Then we are going to ink up our flowers, and we're going to put those maybe, so with the photopolymer you can really see exactly where you're putting it, right? Okay, so that is our stamping. That's all we need to do in terms of stamping. Oops, on that guy. Moving my grid paper all over the place here. Okay. Oh, well, not totally. All we're done. We're not totally done with stamping, right? So the other thing we're going to use is our new Highland Heather. Okay, what's she saying? She's got to run to the next meeting. Okay, well, thanks for stopping in, Sean. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope your meeting goes all right. And yeah, check out the rest of it when you can later this weekend or next week. Okay, so I'm just kind of inking this up, and I want a couple of these to be very fully stamped and then a couple of them to be lighter. So I'm just going to stamp it fully, and then I'm going to kind of stamp what's left right there, and then one more fully inked and stamped. And somehow I got some purple ink right there, but I guess that's going to be all right. And probably you guys wouldn't even have seen that if I hadn't said anything, right? So I think what happened was I pushed too hard and I got ink kind of on the corner there. So then when I press down, it happens, ladies. That's all right, though. We'll be okay. Okay, so let's see. I think we can go ahead and put this guy on our basic black scallop square, right? So we're going to do that. Oh, I love this. This clean, crisp, bold look on here also. Okay, that's crooked. Can't have that. Here we go. Okay, that's good there. We are going to put some dimensionals on the back of this guy. So we'll get him all ready to go, and then we'll put the rest of our card together. Okay, I actually put dimensionals on the back of this piece also, so we're going to do that. Get our dimensionals on here. Oh, you know what? You guys need measurements too, don't you? Let's do that. Let me find my other pieces here. Okay. So backing it up a sec, this is our thick Whisper White cardstock. So the base, for the base of our card, thick Whisper White. On the 11-inch side, we cut it in half at 5.5 inches. And then on the 8.5 inch side, we scored it in half at 4.25 inches to always make our nice crisp fold on our card. Okay. Then we have that piece of either coastal cabana or gray granite, right? That one right there. This piece measures 3.5 by 4 3/4 inches. That's cute, Marianne. You're right. I should just keep on going and not even say a word. Oh, the other piece that we need in terms of measurements, this strip of Highland heather, beautiful, super, I love this color, 1 inch by 4 3/4 inches. Okay, so we are going to add some adhesive on this guy. Oops, make sure that goes there. Okay, and we are going to put him, actually I think this is the way I want this. We're going to put him right about, it's kind of down a little bit, it's not totally centered, kind of right through the flower actually. Okay, then we are going to tie a piece of our basic black baker's twine. So this is one that is continuing over. Some of our colors are retiring, but they kept the black and the white and the vanilla in our very simple baker's twine. Okay, so we are it's always so futzy when you try to do this live. It probably happens in real life too, but I don't really notice it as much as I do when I'm trying to be live with you guys. So okay, we're just tying this in a pretty bow here. All right, I'm going to trim this off and then I'll move it where I want it. So we kind of want it down at this end of things. Let's see, I got to make those loops a little bit smaller, I think. But we'll get the idea, right? There, okay, so that looks good there. We're just going to trim that one off a little bit. Okay, so now we can go ahead and put this piece right on our card base. Okay, so we're going to put this one right on here, and I did kind of move it, it's kind of off center just a little bit. Okay, so we got that going there, right? And then we're going to take our dimensionals off of this piece and add it to our card as well. Oh, I love this color combination though. The black and white with the kind of pretty pops of kind of spring summery colors. Isn't that awesome? Okay, now the last step is to use, where did they go? I pulled them out already. Oh yeah, right here. Okay, so these are some of the new faceted dots. And they come, so I thought it was just 3 different colors, but it's actually 4 different colors. So we've got mint macaron in the teeny tiny ones, and then the grapefruit grove, and then these, even though they look black, they're actually blackberry bliss, and then we have some black ones, and then the same thing in the medium and in the large. And maybe you can see it best in the large ones there. Can you? I mean, I think they could go black, honestly, because I really thought they had 2 rows of black in each of those sizes. But this is Blackberry Bliss, so that really pretty deep, deep purple, basically. So what we are going to use is a couple of our black faceted dots here. So these are something that you'll be able to order beginning in June. So June 1st, which is actually, oh my gosh, it's next Friday. Now that I've been advertising for my buy one get one free event, which is next Friday, which is June 1st, so that makes sense. So there, I'm just kind of moving those. Oh, you know what I just did? I just told you guys that those are Blackberry Bliss, and then I went and pulled them off anyway, but I really think you can barely tell. I think if you want them to be Blackberry Bliss, they can, and if you want them to be black, they can be black too. So, okay, that's what we're doing. They're already stuck on there. So here we go. Now you guys tell me, which one do you like better? Do you like the Coastal Cabana embossing folder or the Gray Granite embossing folder with the Highland Heather? I think they're both really, really pretty. But if you were to put an online order in, you can let me know. I would like the one with the Gray Granite, or I would like the one with the Coastal Cabana. I'll send you whichever one you want if you put that online order in, okay? Just make sure to use that host code right there, all right? So that's one of the projects that you'll receive with that online order. Well, hi Brenda, how are you? Happy Friday to you. Okay, so let me show you the next project. Trying to make sure I showed you guys everything I wanted to on that one, but I think we're good there. Okay, so let me get these things moved out of the way a little bit. Okay, here we go. I don't think we need those stamps. Okay, so here is the other card. One quick sec, I gotta get my sip of water though. Okay, so graduation is right now. There are lots of friends of mine that have kids graduating. So this is a card that I totally cased from one of the gals in our Inkspired Stampers group. Sunday Ostrander is her name, and she brought this card as I think it was part of show and tell at our group gathering a week or two ago. Oh, Marianne saying she likes Coastal Cabana. Me too. Me too. I thought it was funny because I was like, oh, the one that I saw online used the gray granite, so I had to try that because I wanted to show you guys that color. But I really love Coastal Cabana too. So, okay, so back to this card. So Sunday Ostrander brought this as a show and tell, and I was like, Sunday, I got to get an up-close picture of that so I can make some of those cards myself. So she lives in Breckenridge, and their colors are blue and yellow, so kind of Michigan colors, so that's what she used. Here in Alma, our colors are orange and black, obviously. So that's what I used on this card. And it was funny because I have a graduation open house that we're going to on Sunday for a very good friend of mine's daughter. And I was like, oh, I got to get that card made. And then I realized, you know what? I'm going to do it on Facebook Live because you guys might want to know how to make these awesome graduation cards too. So obviously whatever colors you need them to be in, that's all you need to do is just find out the colors of the school that they're graduating from. And then this is a very, very simple layout. But I love that it uses, this is some of the Dazzling Diamonds glimmer paper. So our glimmer paper is retiring. I feel like I saw some new glimmer paper, but maybe it's in a little bit different colors. But so this is a great way for me to use up some of this glimmer paper too, because that's a big piece of glimmer paper. Can you guys see? I don't know. Yeah, I think you can kind of see that. I don't know if you could before, but yeah, it's awesome. And then this is, I'm going to pull it out because I can't remember the name of it. That one came out a couple of years ago. Swirly Scribbles, I think it is. Those are the framelits. And then our label punch, and then these, the number dies are retiring too. So what's retiring on this card? Dazzling Diamonds glimmer paper, and then the number framelits. I think that's it. I think everything else is staying. But let me show you. This is an awesome card. Like I said, awesome graduation card. Oh, and actually what I would tell you is if you put that online order in and use the host code, just tell me what colors you need your card to be, and I'll make your card in those colors too. So this is kind of a, you have to let me know this week so you can get kind of customized cards made for whatever you need them for. Okay, so tell me the colors that you need a graduation card for if you put that online order in this week, okay? Because you automatically get the projects that I show you when you use the host code and put that online order in. Okay, let me show you dimensions because there are just a few of them, right? So we've got our basic black card base, okay, cardstock that measures the 8.5 by 11. Cut it in half again on the 11-inch side at 5.5, and then score it on the 8.5-inch side at 4 1/4 for our crisp fold on our card. Yes, customizing the prizes. How about that, huh? Probably not a lot of other demonstrators do that, so that's pretty awesome, right, Marianne? Okay, and then the next piece is, this is pumpkin pie for me, but you tell me, maybe you need black and red, so it might be real red and black instead. So this one measures 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, okay? And then our piece of Dazzling Diamonds glimmer paper measures 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches, okay? And then everything else that you're gonna use are all just scraps of paper. Oh, actually, let me show you though. On the inside, I did stamp some of those cute flowers in there too. So this piece measures the same as our orange pumpkin pie piece, so the 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, okay? So let's do our die cutting for our numbers and the swirly scribbles. So we need our big shot here. I'm gonna move my snail out of the way so I don't break it, right? I've got, here we go, here's our magnetic platform. I'll put that one, and I think we are gonna be able to cut all of these at once. So let's see if we can do this. I think I did the other day. If not, maybe we'll do 2 cranks. Okay, so these are the swirly scribble framelits, thinlits actually. So these came out and were like wildly popular a couple, probably 2 years ago in the annual catalog. They've got all these fun swirls and scribbles basically, right? And then this one, I put it over here so I could find it. This one's easy to find, right? But sometimes they're not. So this, it kind of can look like waves maybe. Whatever you need it to be, really. It's fun, the things that you can imagine up. right, to see. And then our large number framelits. So these are $31, okay? So if you don't have them yet, I love the size of them too, because they're big. So I have all my, for my 2018, okay? So let's see if we do one. Oops. I just grabbed some scraps of paper. Let's see if they'll all fit on here. I think they will. Okay, so maybe we'll put our 8 there. Oops. And our 0 and our 2 and our 1. Okay, so good. That all fits right on there. Now we need our other clear piece on top. So we're gonna crank this back and forth, and this is probably gonna wiggle. So if you get seasick, turn your head away for a sec. Okay, so we're going back, and then I want to go one more time, especially the orange piece, because that one is pretty detailed. So I want to make sure, sorry, that it cuts through there all right. Okay, so we're going to lift that guy up. These should be fine to just pop right out. We might need to use our Big Shot die brush on the orange piece. Okay, so we've got our 0. Oops, I'm just flinging stuff. Got our 2. We have everything's flying, and our 8. Okay, so let's get the Big Shot out of the way. We're done with him. Okay. Yeah, okay, so there's my 2, 0, 1, 8. I've got all of those. So this one I did bring my Big Shot die brush just in case I was going to need it. Oh. Yeah, it's funny. So it pulls, sorry guys, it pulls all those pieces out, and then I didn't want to rub too hard because it's already wiggling so much. I probably could have gotten it out on its own if I weren't live. I would have been a little bit more aggressive with my brush rollering, but we can always use our paper piercing tool to pop this guy out too. All right, come on, little guy. There. I don't want to pull too hard though, because then I might rip something, and then I'd be sad. Okay, so there we go. Got those pieces there, so we'll get that all out of the way. All right, we need to do, oh, I know. Where's my scrap? I was trying to be resourceful here. So this little scrap of orange is what we're gonna stamp our congratulations on. So this is still one of my all-time favorite birthday stamp sets. This one came out in last year's annual catalog, the Happy Birthday Gorgeous. So just tons of sentiments, tons of cute flowers. I used this stamp on the inside of the card, and then we used that little congratulations. And you can see how it's even got that stamp that kind of fits right around there if you wanted to. You could put it around many of those sentiments, and then it works perfectly with that little label punch too. So let's see, we're gonna grab, oop, I don't need that yet, right? But here's the label punch that I was talking about right here. Okay, so we're going to use our black ink and our congratulations stamp. Okay, so we're going to stamp that. Oops, it's upside down. Wouldn't be a big deal because we're punching it out, but that way you can see it. Okay, so, and it stamps so nicely too. Can you guys see that? For a teeny tiny stamp, it's very crisp and clean looking too, which I really appreciate, because sometimes that doesn't happen quite as well as I would like it. Okay, so we're going to punch this little guy out. Okay, so get our congratulations in there. Get him lined up. Punch him and do not lose him. Okay, and we might as well do our stamping too on the inside, those flowers, while we're in our stamping mode. Okay, so I've got my pumpkin pie ink, but again, you can customize your card. So you let me know your colors, and we will do your little flowers on the inside of your card and envelope, whatever you need them to be. Okay? All right, we're done with our stamping. We can start putting things together. Okay, so we're gonna use, we'll see. Yeah, sometimes my snail is kind of funny on the back of this because it's almost got like a coating on our glimmer paper, but that worked really well today, so that's good. Okay, so we're gonna put this piece right on here. Okay, and then we're gonna put the whole thing right on our card. Sometimes my snail, it's almost like it doesn't wanna stick right there. Do some there and some there. Okay, so we're gonna put this on our card base. Okay, my gosh. This is a great, really nice, substantial feeling card too with all of these layers, especially because that glimmer paper is so thick. So it's a good card, a good graduation card. Okay, we're going to put this guy on the inside right here so then we can write our sentiment. And now I have 2 graduation cards made, all ready to go for all of the graduates that we know this year. Okay, now we are going to use, I am going to put this right on, let's see, what's Marianne saying? Oh, you're making cards too. That's perfect. I'm a huge like multitasker when I can be too. So that's awesome, Marianne. I'm glad you're able to sit down and make some cards too. I tell you, it's funny how, just how good it makes you feel. Ooh, and I did that again. I wasn't going to do that. So when I was putting the card together, I got so excited to put the layers on, and I was like, remind yourself to not do it that way because this is too long. I did all right, but okay, well, this is what we're doing. Here I am talking to or something, I don't know. So we have to put this on here and then we have to snip off all of these things. So don't do it this way. When you make your card like this, put this orange piece on your glimmer paper and then cut it, okay? And I don't want to rub really hard. I'm trying to because I kind of got a little bit of adhesive. You know, when you put it on here, it doesn't stick to anything, but then you get a little bit of adhesive kind of in between things sometimes. But I'm kind of helping that stick on there a little bit too. Okay, so avoid having to do this next step. Oops, and then it stuck to the grid paper by putting this on your glimmer paper first and then adding your glimmer paper to your card. Therapy, yes, absolutely, Marianne. So we're just going to kind of snip along here, get all of those guys off. Okay, and then the bottom as well, we're just going to kind of run along here and snip. Oops, that one's stuck on there so well it doesn't want to come up. Therapy, yes. Even when you do silly things like this that you said, don't do that again on the live video. You learned your lesson already, and then I forgot. Okay, that's okay, we're good. All right, so we're going to put that down. Now, kind of the last step is to just put a bunch of little mini dimensionals on the back of all of these things. So let's go ahead and do that. So bear with me a sec because we got to get a bunch of these little guys on the numbers, and then we also have to get them peeled off and put on our card. So this may take just a moment. But hopefully everybody's ready for a good weekend. I don't know if did I say this earlier? Because you're probably like, why are you in such a yank to get your yard all put together? Maybe I did, that there's a road race that goes by the house. So I feel the pressure to make sure that the yard looks decent as people run by. As I stand out there in the morning kind of waving at people because I'm not a runner. So I can appreciate the fact that people like to do that, but my knees are too bad these days. They would not be happy with all that pounding. So, but yeah, it's fun to kind of get up in the morning and have all these runners going by to start their morning. And then there's a parade tomorrow too. So there's just so much fun stuff at this Highland Festival. If you guys live in the area, I know it's funny because a lot of times people say, oh, I leave as soon as that Highland Festival starts. I want to get out of town, but I just think it's so fun. It's like the one time when this is a really small town, right? So it's the one time when you feel like, woo, there's actually like kind of crowds of people and hustle bustle a little bit. So the live music is awesome too. If you have not been to the entertainment tent, there is a group called the Chelsea House Orchestra that is basically a bunch of high school kids from Chelsea, Michigan that all play in their own orchestra. And oh my goodness, the director is hilarious. I'm sure that's why he has such great participation in the orchestra there as well. But the kids, their talent, they're phenomenal. They actually travel, you know, I think they've been to Europe, you know, different points along the way too, because, you know, obviously the Highland kind of Celtic is very popular in Europe as well too. So, but it's just wonderful Such great live music. I'm so excited. Can you tell? Okay, so I've almost got, as I've been doing that off camera probably, right? I've been peeling off the little backs of these things the whole time. And then here is my congratulations. So, voila! There you go, our 2018 graduation card. So don't forget, the glimmer paper is retiring, and then these number framelits are retiring. And you guys know this, right? There are still a bunch of items that are discounted on the retiring list. So you've got just a few days left, less than a week, I would say, to get anything that you still want that's retiring, okay? So make sure to do that while you still can, because I always have disappointed customers who say, oh, I didn't realize something was going and I didn't get it before it retired. So don't let that happen to you. Okay, so to recap, we have our two cute cards here. Where's the other one? Oh, I tucked them away. Okay, they're right here. Okay, so can you guys see the colors, right? I think you guys can see that. Okay, so make sure that you use the host code when you put at least a $30 order online by next Wednesday at midnight. You're going to get either this card or this card in the gray granite or coastal cabana. You let me know, and then you'll get a graduation card in whatever colors you need it to be in, okay? Then your name also goes in the drawing to win all of these cards, and I've got the coordinating envelopes. I always have to stamp on my envelopes too, right? So you're going to get all of these cards and the envelopes if your name is drawn when you put that online order in. And then you guys know this, right? If you bump your order up to $50, you always get a free embellishment from me. Host code ZXYUR2RW. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I know it's such a beautiful Friday, at least here in Michigan. Hopefully everywhere around the country it is. So enjoy your weekend. Have a great Memorial weekend, a great holiday weekend. And we will see you guys next Friday, right before my buy one, get one free event. I'm doing it. I think I'm crazy, but I'm doing Facebook Live next Friday too. So I got to make sure everything's all set and ready to go. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope you guys were ink-spired today, and we'll see you next Friday. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.